My goodness, this makes me look more like a Playboy bunny than, than a Santa elf, doesn't it? Hey everybody, welcome to the mail call for November of 2017. In December, your busty elf, Rosie O'Kelly, reporting for duty. Yeehaw. And let me tell you guys, another epic month this month. Fishing, Missy Jen with her infusions, and always YouTube drama. And well, things just, time flies because we're always having fun here. And one of the questions that I get asked, in hangouts and stuff is, how come you're always happy? How come you're so happy to be on YouTube? Because I'm accepting of what YouTube is all about. It's all about having fun, and there's not a day that's gone by that I haven't had a good time sharing life here with you guys on YouTube. And as to why, the following question I often get asked is, why aren't more happy on YouTube? I think a lot of times their expectations may be too high in terms of what YouTube is about, in terms of what success is and things, and it's their pleasure element of it is not enough to carry over the bumps of not having that immediate success for having 1 million subscribers in 2 months or something. They find out, most of us, that it's a long, slow slog to nowhere. You're never going to be in the big time. And I think that the sooner you accept that, the more fun that YouTube becomes, and the more people gravitate and enjoy. Instead of having contrived entertainment and sitting around and thinking, gee, well, let me do this, or let me head in this channel direction and that'll get the views. You just keep being yourself every day and doing your own thing, and it just follows on that there'll be people that really do enjoy seeing that. Man, do you think I look like a I need is the certainly got the, never mind. Okay, anyway, the Playgirl, Santa Claus elf. Let's get to it. I had a lot of stuff on this. Why so stingy with the skin lately? In other words, I guess I'm not popping out already. I agree with the brothers in Detroit. You went from strip club to convent almost overnight. Well, sometimes you got to put it away a while, right? And some people are very objective. Oh, you got all your surgeries done and now you're hiding. when you're all flubby and chubby, and you're hanging out in every direction, and now you're all and you're just all like in the convent. Yeah, I know, right? Go figure. There's plenty of time for that stuff, and then a couple times, once a week or so, we'll still mix it up a little bit with a little bit of fun. Where can I get the Halloween costume like you were wearing? It was just, it's just a bikini bottom with a knit top on, just one of the camisole tops without the straps up. That's all it was. And then the witch's hat, it was kind of just made. Yeah, so it's just something we put together. I think I had the hat around here. Let's see, what has been the effect on Jen after her 2 doses of MS medicine? I can't say, this is a long-term, long-acting infusion here, and I'm not even sure of all the mechanics of it and what the pathological processes are of it. I just know that it's something that she wanted to try, and at this point in time, we've not had any adverse reactions to that therapy, which is a good thing. So I'm hoping in the long run, she may notice, hey, I feel as good today as I did 6 months ago. I haven't degraded at all, and then we'll know it did something. I think a lot of it can also be a psychological boost, knowing that you're doing something to fight back. Let's see, food. I watch every foodie video. Thank you. There's over 101 now. There can't be more restaurants to view. They have been helpful when we travel to Santa Rosa. Well, thank you. The thing is, they open new restaurants. There's probably 50 restaurants a year that open up here. So there's a continuous, this is not a small town. when the fires broke out, I think a lot of people were surprised that Santa Rosa is about as big as Salt Lake City. It's a big city. It's run like a small town burb, but there's a lot of restaurants in here, and as a result, we never run out of things to review. So thank you. A lot of people have found the reviews very helpful when they're coming to town. It's enjoyable to kick back, and they can really get an idea of the ambiance. They can get a glance at the menu, and they can sort of have a feel for how service will be and what the prices are. So thank you. Let's see. Food Network would love your Friday night baking. Why don't you contact them? Late night would beat Kitchen Stadium any day of the week, huh? Well, I'm going to do my new one now, the Naughty Elves Friday Cooking Adventures here. Nah, Food Network's all about, I don't know what they're about. Remember that show they had, Bitchin' Kitchen, with that girl that would come on and diss her ex-boyfriends and that kind of stuff, and I don't think it ever, you got to have a certain pizzazz, a certain personality to carry something like that off. So you can't just be a good baker. For me, it's just fun. I get to hang out with people that really enjoy a little more skin on a Friday night, and the people that don't, they're not, they're in bed, which is good, and they're not, they don't have to watch it. So it's a really nice kind of way to have late night entertainment that really is properly sited at the time, so everybody can enjoy it. And it seems like a lot of people do like it. And you know what? The things that we have been producing over the years have really been fantastic. I don't think we've really hit a dud yet. We've come close. There's a few shaky moments. When I was doing the Halloween, the orange cake, right? And I didn't take the wax paper when I put the one layer on top of the other, and I'm like, oh, shit. Now I gotta lift the cake back off again. It's already had icing from between the layers. Then pull off the wax paper, then hope to God I get that thing back down and it doesn't fall into 5 or 6 pieces before it. But we pulled it off. So let's see. I requested a cake for Naughty Baking on Friday. Why won't you make it? Can't you just adult content it and just do it topless? YouTube does not have that ability to, it's not about adult, it's geared towards the PG sort of audience. And they're probably never going to have a real adult area. So to me, there's so many places you can go watch. I mean, it's not the crazy Rosie bacon topless, but I'm saying there's a lot of places that you can go for that kind of stuff. I like to just mix it in and just have fun. So as and as for cakes, I'm very backed up with requests to do things. People are requesting all the time, and you just try to kind of put them in an order, and you kind of look at your kitchen equipment and you think, okay, I can do that, or I don't really go down that. There's judgments that you have to make about. Remember, I'm trying to do a cake in a 2.5 to 3 hour time period that other people do in a day. Let things cool down and they come. I'm trying to get everything done in an extremely short period of time, and make sure that I'm not popping out of my top, which is a lot to With that cake malfunctions, nip malfunctions, the whole shooting match. Okay, you get the idea of what I'm saying. Let's see. Here's another one I get once in a while. You get free food at the restaurants you review, I'm sure. But isn't that cheating on reviews? No, we've never gotten a meal for free, and we've never asked for a meal for free, and we've never gone in flaunting and saying we're reviewing this, and, doing this. We keep a very low profile when we go in. We buy our own meals, and we can always be very objective when we walk out the door. We can tell you exactly how we feel about stuff. And we're going to continue to do that because people have come to the point where they depend and they enjoy these reviews precisely because they are unbiased and nobody really knows what you're doing. Now, there's been a couple places that we've been spotted, and a couple of people have noticed, and maybe the what we've been served has been a little better. I don't know. You know, a couple other people asked me. I didn't put it in the question, but it seems like you get noticed a lot when you go out, or people recognize you, and I think it goes with the territory. The more you're out there doing something, the more you get noticed, and the more people you do see. So it's very likely that we'll continue to get recognition when we go into restaurants and places like that. But for not paying for our own food, no. I think there was sometime a woman at La Vera Pizza who was very nice. Jen accidentally got green peppers baked into the pizza, and the woman insisted on making us a whole nother pizza. And we ended up donating that on the way out. We gave it to, a guy that was working late in the shop or something like that. So, let's see. Here's one. I've done a lot of stuff with the Motorola here. I had some problems, but there's been a lot of heavy stuff we've been doing lately with the vintage audio. I'm happy to report it's been successful, and in winter time I do a lot of that stuff in fall and winter. So this person wants to know, when will you do a restoration on a Fisher unit? And of course, the Fishers are my pride and joy here, and I really feel like I want to do the Fishers last. The first audio restorations that I was doing, I think I had 20 people would watch the video, 25 people, then 100. Now, as every week goes by, we add more people. And some of these restorations get up to 10 to 15,000 views and stuff. And the current material we're doing picks up more people too. So I'd like it to be at a point where a lot of people can enjoy it kind of in the moment, as opposed to looking at it. Because I think the Fishers really command a lot of attention because they're such fine units, and they really represent the high watermark of American craftsmanship and audio relatively for the masses, not the real high-end, super high-end Macintosh stuff, but stuff that an aspiring middle class or a reasonably wealthy person could afford. So the Fishers will be, but they're not going to be for a while. When I first populated that wall of sound, there were perhaps 8 units that worked on there, and now I think I fully have, out of the 25 or so units that are on the shelf, 25 units, I think fully 60% of them work now, which is 12 to 13 units work. So yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there little by little, and other stuff comes trickling in too as I get dump fines and other things. So lots of good stuff to look forward to. Hey, that's a wrap on part 1 of the mail call for December of 2013. Playboy Elf Rosie reporting. I want to thank you all for being along, and make sure you stay tuned for part 2 of the monthly mail call, November and December of 2017. Thanks so much, everybody.